Um, all right, so I'm gonna share now. Can I?
Yes. Come
Can I
on.
shift? All right. Making space, y'all. Hold on, let me get my caption up here. This is what we're talking about. I'm gonna run through this real quick because time. My friend. Okay, so we decided that we were going to move to Portugal, right? And you have to know that any country that you're going to move to has its process,
Mm-hmm.
its process, um, its guidelines, its timelines, right? Its restrictions, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Portugal was kind of difficult in that the timeline was tight.
Mm.
It was tight. And I'm just going to be upfront forward first. For me, what comes up is that making space for trusting the process requires you to have conviction.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have some kind of conviction or belief in at least part of the process,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Trust is related to your conviction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you believe? Okay, so my husband and I believed Portugal is the place for us to be. It
Yeah.
is the place that we're going to move to. And so I've shared this before, and I said this. So I was in the military, and I'm going to call this person my client, right? But it was a military personnel who had access to me. And in a session, as we were ending, because I'm telling all of my clients, I'm leaving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And preparing them. And so the person said, okay, so what if your house doesn't sell in time? And here was my answer. We're talking about making space.
Mm-hmm.
Here was my answer. Oh, it's going to sell in time.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to sell in time
Yeah.
because what needs to happen is you have to define what process means for you,
Yeah.
right? What process means for me is that I have intuition.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the universe, universal energy, source, divine has my back.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that I trust the research, the analyzing, the conversations that I have had,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly with myself, with my higher self, and with the person I'm moving with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And trust in what I deserve and what I'm worthy of. And I really hope somebody hears me today because
Heard you. Go ahead.
because there is a societal construct that does not want you to trust your feeling of worthiness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right now in you, because I know this because you're listening. So I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to your heart right now. I know this because you're listening. Right now in you, you have a conviction about what you're worthy of.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that house you're getting ready to buy. It could be that career you're getting ready to step into. You have a conviction. The bank account that's about to increase
Mm-hmm.
1,000-fold. In you, you have a conviction about what you are worthy of. And there are constructs around you that say to you, do not trust that. So
Yep.
for me, trusting the process means trusting the process of connecting with that divine intuition and that divine connection and letting the process play out. So
Yep.
now let me let you know what that means. The Portuguese visa required that you had to let go of all of your assets at the time of applying for your visa. That you had to have your tickets bought. You got to hear me today because somebody about to be free today. Listen,
I, I love this.
you had to have your tickets bought
Mm-hmm.
at the application of the visa,
Mm-hmm.
round trip tickets
Mm-hmm.
to Portugal. You
Mm-hmm.
had to have um, secured your place of living for at
Mm-hmm.
least 6 months, but they wanted a 1 year contract of your place of living in country.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to have your tax ID number and your bank account with money in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about thousands of dollars of
Mm-hmm.
money in this bank account at application.
Mm.
You don't hear me. At application. That means when you put your name
Mm-hmm.
and you sign that application
Mm-hmm.
and you send it in, you're trusting
Yeah.
not the process of Portugal's visa
Yeah.
situation, because you don't have control over that. You don't even have connection to that.
Yeah.
You're trusting the process of your intuition, of connecting with your higher self, of
Yep.
connecting with your divine, and moving forward in
Yep.
that process.
Yep.
When we put the application forward August 7th, right? August 7th. 60 days for the for the response to come back.
Mm.
Our tickets were for December 14th. You got to listen, y'all have to hear me. Our tickets were for December 14th. Y'all understand?
Yeah.
Our house went up for sale. Our house went up for sale. I believe it was November 1st. November 1st, our house went up for sale, y'all. House went up for sale. It went up for sale on a Thursday. When I told that person it was going to sell on time, I believed it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We had showings for our house over the weekend. The first offer came in Monday.
Mm.
Offers were finished by Wednesday.
Come on.
The offer that we accepted was the first offer that came in on Monday afternoon. Y'all have to hear me when I'm talking about trusting the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not only that you believe your higher power, divine God, or universe is going to come through for you. It's believing also that you are going to come through for you.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You are going to come through for you.
Yes.
Right? In your doubt, in your fear, in your questioning, you put forth the application. In your doubt, in your fear, in your questioning, you put that house up for sale.
Yep.
Right? So guess what? Now our house is up for sale. Our house is sold. 21-day closing. Who does that? 21-day closing. I had to be out of my house before Thanksgiving. I had to sell 95% of everything in my house.
Come on.
Listen
I know.
to me. I know you know. I left my house, I want to say 3 days before Thanksgiving. I'm in this Airbnb and I have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the response for the visa.
Mm-hmm.
So you all have to know.
Yep.
There was all kinds of conversations. My husband, okay, so what are we going to do? Okay, so if the visa comes back and it's not approved, we ain't got no place to live. What about the money that's already in Portugal?
Mm-hmm.
Right? All of this is happening. Making space for the process, for trusting in the process of your conviction, of your understanding. I'm not saying things went perfect. Things did not go perfect. I could go on and on. When we went for the visa, the documents we had were according to the website. They had a totally different process. When we got there, they was like, these documents ain't even right. What?
Yep.
Like haywire, right? So it's not that everything's going to go perfectly smooth and right? That's not what trusting in the process means.
Right.
It means in the face of.
Yeah.
Right? Through.
Yeah.
So know the celebration that burst forth when those visas came back. And we were like, oh, we are getting on the plane.
Yeah. And it's not just you two, it's you and your family, right? Your children as well, right?
And my children.
This is a real step of faith. And I think we get to remember it's like the law of intention and attention. Yes. So set the intention and then do what, like, pay attention to the present moment, what you need to do to fulfill that intention. It's not like we want to manifest something and we just say what we want and then do nothing for
do
it to come
nothing.
about, right? That is not possible. You set your intention and then you keep moving as if it is so already, right? And I 100% can relate and agree to you, because that's exactly what I did. I had my mind in August, end of August, I'm moving to New Orleans. I sold everything. I said I have to be out of my apartment by September 30th. So I sold everything that I had, and what I didn't sell, I donated. But I said I'm packing my stuff up and I'm leaving on October 1st. It doesn't matter how, where. I know somebody who lives down there. I can have a place for the first 2 months, and then I'll figure it out afterwards. But my spirit was like, you need to be there. So what do you need to do to be there, right?
And the trusting the process, I think, is in that question, right?
Yeah.
What do you need to do to be there?
Yes. And the question that I was asked, actually, to reflect on while I was getting myself ready, it was like, what do you need to let go of in order to be the Marissa that has a New Orleans address, right? And for you, it's like, what do I need to let go of in order to move to be able to get this approved and to move to Portugal? I need to let go of any fear or doubt that my house is not going to sell. That's nonsense. We don't even know what that means. It's
right. It's selling. I was like, and they were like,
and
I need y'all to hear this, because some of you all are in state of waiting.
Yes.
Right. Some of you are in a state of waiting, and you're waiting for the sign when the sign already came, because it's in you. You're waiting for, like the light manifestation, and it already came because you saw it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember this person saying, so, well, did God speak to you directly? And I said, no. I just know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And in full transparency, I have this conversation. I go back to that LaToya because there are times in my life now where I don't carry that conviction.
Yeah.
And the outcome is different. Right. And then I can compare, and I'm like, okay, so what is missing? Because I'm doing the things. I'm journaling, blah, 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 blah. What is missing? And I go back to that LaToya. That LaToya just knew.
Yeah. Same.
Right?
Same. Yeah. As you were speaking, as you were telling your story, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, that Marissa that had so much conviction about moving. Where is she? Let's bring her back in this new space that I'm in right now, right? In this new space of creating more aligned relationships, in this new space of launching my program and stuff like that. Like, that person who just knew, bring her to the forefront. And I would say, we trust our womb space gives us everything we need to know. And that Marissa, specifically when I'm on my period, she knows what time it is.
Okay.
She wants to say, she knows how she wants to say it. She knows, where she's going. Even if I'm not feeling well, she knows I need to lay down. Like, she knows. And there's no moving her. Of course, I don't want to be on my period all the time. That's not fun. But that energy that I channel during that time is so potent and powerful. And so if that is not something, of course, I don't want to be on my period all the time, but talking to her, breathing into our body, right? Connecting with that womb space, she will let you know every single time.
Yes. You know. And I want to piggyback off that, because I've been really connecting with that this month, particularly my birthday month. And so on your period week, right, all those things are heightened for you. And on other weeks in the cycle, because it is still a cycle happening, there are other things that might be heightened. There are other things that are heightened for us. And so there is still a knowing, and it's a different energy of knowing.